Welcome to the Elite Athlete Podcast. I am Dr. Nicole Tatro, and I'm here to help you unleash your peak performance and dominate your sport with fierce confidence and unstoppable energy. Whether you're a high-level athlete, a dedicated parent, a coach, or an agent, this podcast is for you. Get ready for ultimate strategies, expert insights, and cutting-edge tips that will take your game to the next level. We'll also cover personalized bloodwork analysis to provide unique insights that can transform your performance. We'll explore personalized health, optimized nutrition, and powerful recovery techniques. Whether you're on the ice, the field, or in the gym, together, we'll unlock your true potential and make your athletic dreams a reality. Let's do this, because greatness is within you, and it's time to unleash it. Welcome back to the Elite Athlete Podcast. I'm your host, Dr. Nicole Tatro. Today, we're going to talk about a topic that's been buzzing around the health and fitness community for a while now: inflammation. We hear this word everywhere, but what does it really mean for athletes? Why is it important to understand it? And most importantly, how can we get to the root cause of inflammation instead of just managing the symptoms? This episode is going to be short, but packed with actionable insights you can start using today. So if you got a few minutes, let's dive right in. Inflammation often gets a bad rap, but it's not always a bad thing. In fact, inflammation is a key part of our body's natural healing process. Think of it like your body's emergency response team. It rushes to the site of an injury or an infection to help repair damage and fight off harmful invaders. For athletes, this process is actually crucial. When you push your muscles during training, a little bit of inflammation is what helps them repair and grow back stronger. We break it down to build it back up, right? We've talked about that before. But here's where it gets a little tricky. When inflammation becomes chronic, meaning it sticks around longer than it should, it can cause problems. This kind of lingering inflammation can lead to injuries, delayed recovery, and even more serious health issues over time. So the real question we need to ask is not just how do I reduce inflammation, but what is causing my body to stay inflamed? We can't just point fingers at inflammation for every single issue we face. Instead, we need to dig a little deeper and find out what's really triggering it. Is it something in our diet? Could it be stress, overtraining, or maybe even a hidden infection? Understanding the underlying cause is the first step to addressing chronic inflammation. Let's talk about some of the common triggers for chronic inflammation and what you can do to tackle them. One of the biggest culprits: poor nutrition. Yes, I know you've heard it before, but what you eat truly does matter. Diets high in processed foods, sugars, and unhealthy fats can fuel inflammation. On the flip side, foods rich in antioxidants and healthy fats like colorful veggies, olive oil, and fish can help keep inflammation in check. And don't underestimate the power of hydration. Staying properly hydrated can help reduce stress on the body and lower inflammation. But remember, nutrition isn't a one-size-fits-all approach. Sometimes even healthy foods can cause inflammation if you have a sensitivity or maybe an intolerance. That's why personalized nutrition is so important. If you're eating all the right foods but still feel sluggish or inflamed, it might be time to explore potential food sensitivities. But that's not our topic for today. So, another major factor: lack of sleep and proper recovery. Sleep is when our body does most of its healing and recovery work. If you're not getting enough quality rest, your body isn't getting the chance to fully repair itself, and that can keep inflammation levels high. You want to aim for at least 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep per night. I know this can be tough, especially if you have late practices or games, like many high-level hockey players, and any other athletes, actually. In my family, we're working on this right now with our 2 high-level hockey players. It's not easy, especially with late-night practices, but sticking to a routine and avoiding heavy meals right before bed can make a huge difference. Eating too close to bedtime can force your pancreas and your liver to work overtime, breaking down proteins and other nutrients, rather than allowing your body to rest and recover. Our general rule is to avoid eating at least 2 hours before sleep to give our bodies the best chance to recover well. Just do your best. Now, let's talk about overtraining. As athletes, we're all about pushing our limits, but there's a fine line between pushing hard and pushing too hard. Overtraining without adequate recovery can lead to a state of constant inflammation. Remember, it's not just about training hard, it's about training smart. Incorporate rest days, active recovery, and mobility work to keep your body balanced. So, how do we get to the bottom of what's really causing inflammation in your body? This is where things can get interesting. Instead of just managing symptoms with ice baths or anti-inflammatories, we need to actually dig deeper. One of the most effective ways to do this is by getting blood work done. A comprehensive blood work analysis can provide a clear picture of what's happening inside your body. For example, a CBC with differential, which is one of my absolute favorites, can give us super helpful clues about whether you're fighting a bacterial or viral infection or even experiencing an autoimmune flare. CRP levels can tell us about overall inflammation, but it's crucial to understand what's causing those levels to rise. Remember, we look at these markers through a functional medicine lens, which means we're looking at tighter ranges that can help us catch things early, sometimes even before they become a bigger problem. Another area to consider is your gut health. Many people don't realize how much inflammation actually starts in the gut. If your gut isn't functioning well, you're not absorbing nutrients properly, and that can set off a chain reaction of issues. Markers like the AG ratio and globulin can give us insights into whether you might have a leaky gut or other digestive problems. Start with simple changes like increasing fiber intake, drinking more water, and perhaps adding a high-quality probiotic. Reach out because I have some really good ones. Don't forget about stress management. Whether it's physical stress from intense training or emotional stress from everyday life, it all contributes to inflammation. Find ways to manage your stress, whether that's through mindfulness, deep breathing exercises, or just taking a few minutes each day to unplug and relax. Remember, taking care of your mental health is just as important as taking care of your physical health. It should go hand in hand. So, as I wrap up today, remember that inflammation itself isn't necessarily bad, but chronic inflammation is something we need to pay attention to. The key is finding out what's causing it and then addressing those root issues. We need to get to the root problems. If you're feeling overwhelmed by all of this, don't worry. That's why I'm here. I offer convenient virtual blood work analysis sessions where we can look at your specific markers, discuss what's going on, and create a personalized, unique plan to help you manage inflammation, recover better, and perform at your best. And remember, this is not about quick fixes. I will never tell you that this is going to go fast or quick. It's about making smart, informed choices that support your body, your sport, and your overall health for the long haul. So, thank you for joining me today on the Elite Athlete Podcast. If you found this episode helpful, please share it with a teammate, a coach, a friend, or anyone you think would benefit from understanding more about inflammation and health when you're playing high-level sports. This will impact your performance. Please trust me. So, until next time, keep pushing, keep learning, and remember, you're stronger than you think. Bye for now.
Thank you so much for tuning in to the Elite Athlete Podcast. I'm Dr. Nicole Tatro, and I hope you found today's episode inspiring and empowering. If you're ready to take your performance to the next level, don't miss out on my free instant access 3-day workshop series, Elevate Your Game and Dominate Your Sport. In this workshop, you'll discover natural recovery secrets, blood work insights, and the truth about supplements to help you achieve peak performance. Sign up for instant access today and start your journey to becoming the elite athlete you're destined to be. Visit the link in the show notes and join now. And if you enjoyed this episode, please leave a review and share it with fellow athletes, parents, coaches, and agents. Your support helps us spread the word and elevate the game for many more athletes just like you. Remember, you have the power to achieve greatness. Let's do this together. Until next time, keep pushing your limits and stay unstoppable.